need to relax over here. Got my artist, my favorite artist, finding with another favorite artist, but he going out like a simp. He going out like a simp. Drake, really? You don't care about your music going out there? You trying to sue because of money?
Proud. Taking over the game this year, baby. Just move out the way. You niggas ain't worthy.
What's good, YouTube? What's good, Sneaky Gang? It's your boy. Hold on. What's good, new subscribers? It's your boy, Sneaky. What's up? Back again with another reaction video. What's good, Sneaky Gang? What's good, new subscribers? Hope y'all been sneaking and creeping, baby. Yes, we got a new thing. We got a new mic. New sound, audio, feeling great. I know. Hey, here's the thing though. We're gonna get right into it, not too much talking. I've been reading a lot of stuff, been doing a lot of research on a lot of things, but I ain't gonna talk about it now. We're gonna talk about it later. Yes, I did say Prince might not coming back, but we'll have to talk about that for another discussion. I'll give you a wink though, because it is coming back. A wink. Here's the thing. We're gonna be reacting to Kendrick Lamar might have just ended Drake's career. You know, kind of sad. But hey, as we gonna get into this film and this reaction, new subscribers, subscribe to the video. Sneaky Gang and new subscribers, like, and you know what we finna do at the end. Let's get right into this video.
Well, after all the questions about what was going to happen when he took that Super Bowl stage, Kendrick Lamar shocked the whole world and in the entirety of his performance redefined what a halftime show can look like. And at the same time for Drake, despite how much he tried to ruin this moment, take it away from Kendrick, and prevent Not Like Us from being played, that of course just failed, as Kendrick didn't just perform what is becoming one of the most important songs that has been released in so long, but because Drake has done such embarrassing things directly because of this record, like file an entire lawsuit, Kendrick was able to humiliate him and show over 100 million viewers that Drake's career is over, all while bringing hip-hop so much further than we have ever seen. And now, before we go any further into all of this, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. And so now with Kendrick Lamar, after all the speculation on what this halftime show was going to be, Kendrick managed to seemingly live up to all of our expectations, yet at the same time do something that none of us could have predicted, because with his entire set, he truly redefined how artists can use the halftime slot, while also showing the world how powerful of a tool hip-hop is as an artistic and storytelling medium on the highest level possible. And now, after Kendrick said in his interview before the Super Bowl with Ebro and Nadeska that he likes to live in the present, and was telling Timothy Chalamet that Man in the Garden is one of the songs he is most proud of making ever, we should have expected that he was going to pretty much go all into the current greatness we are seeing from him, because instead of doing what nearly every artist in Super Bowl history does, which is...
Hey, hold on for a second, man. I keep hearing a squeezing sound, and it's like, you know, it's really bugging me to the point where I'm just like, what the heck is that sound? Yeah, see, now I can hear what you guys are hearing. See, that's the thing. Now I can hear what you guys are hearing. But I'll be turning right down now. It's crazy. I can't.
is just running through their greatest
There we
hits,
go.
Kendrick
Now
once
it's
again
this
decided
damn
to just
thing.
redefine the conventions of what to expect, as he decided to stand on top of the run he just made that many would say is the greatest stretch we have ever seen from a rapper, as he performed an array of all different types of songs from this one-of-a-kind chapter and tied them all together in a genius way. As when it comes to the presentation and storytelling that Kendrick put into it, with the one and only and legendary Samuel L. Jackson narrating the entire thing and keeping the audience on their feet with what Kendrick was going to do next. Along with the amazing stage design and presentation, Kendrick showed that he is one of the best artists on the planet, and that there are few better performers out right now, as from his actual rapping ability to all of the moments he gave us along the way, which again, with Kendrick, it's the little things, like when he was switching around lyrics to add new context to where he is at and what is going on. Kendrick showed both hip-hop fans and casual viewers what it looks like to rap at the highest level possible, and now, of course, as this entire performance was centering around current moments in Kendrick's career in hip-hop, and Kendrick added so many other layers to what a live experience should be like. Kendrick, of course, had to solidify the greatest victory lap we have ever seen by calling out Drake here, and even before he played Not Like Us, which I'm sure if Drake was watching, he was terrified to see when it would actually happen. He mocked Drake even worse than Drake ever did to somebody like Meek Mill when he performed back to back by centering the entire show around creating the narrative which posed the question on if he was going to play the song in the first place. And while Drake fans and OVO will try to cope and say that Kendrick needed to make the show about Drake, and we are already seeing.
You know, it's crazy. When I was actually watching the halftime, and he kept trying to say, you know what, he might get sued for it, but then he's like, F it, and he still did it. I was really thinking, like, you know, what if he might not do it? But then you got to think again. You got to think again. You don't tell Alicia Keys, hey, come to the Super Bowl, or Usher, hey, come to the Super Bowl, and don't perform your best top #1 song ever to be getting you those Grammys. And I'm pretty sure the Grammys that got Drake a lot, and correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. Correct me if I'm wrong. But wasn't it God's Plan or uh, In My Feelings? If Drake would have never played those songs in the Super Bowl, or maybe like, you know, we still got the FIFA coming because I heard he's gonna be in the FIFA. But if he would have never played those songs, which got him like most of his Grammys, like I'm just saying top songs, an artist is gonna play their top songs, regardless if it caused someone to have beef with the person or anything. So to say, hey, that he should have not played it. Look, I'm a Drake's fan. I kind of like Kendrick, but let's get back to the clip.
This
I
narrative
lost my
out,
point of thought.
no matter what ridiculous claims they try to say to diminish greatness. As this is a song that Drake is so upset about that he has filed suits over it, they can't say anything because he already made it way bigger than their initial back and forth ever was. And so because Drake has done something that because of the way he is trying to ruin and distort the rules of rap beef as a whole, it's only fitting that Kendrick does everything on his end in the best interest of hip hop and the culture, which of course left him without a choice to make fun of Drake on this stage. And of course Kendrick really did this multiple times. As in typical Kendrick fashion, he found some of the most clever ways to let the world know that the Drake era in hip hop and in music is over. As from when Kendrick was speaking to the world and said, I want to perform their favorite song, but you know they love to sue, which was a clear and direct diss at Drake, which in of itself, with Kendrick finally addressing Drake doing this head on, it's just so great that he is clowning him for this. Because in a world where some rappers stay too silent, we need people like Kendrick to defend hip-hop and the culture from what Drake is doing, which is trying to ruin the very art form of it all. And of course, beyond this, when Kendrick finally played Not Like Us, and called out Drake by name and smiled at the camera, which was just hilarious and is really going to make one of the most iconic moments that we have seen from this entire era. And then after this all-time great moment, when he kept calling out everyone from OVO and really just packed up the most pathetic crew in hip-hop like we have never seen before, and just adding to this even more with someone like Serena Williams also making a guest appearance during this show as she was dancing in this moment, this was just another great moment, as Drake is still very angry about losing her because really he has spent a good portion of his sad recent albums rapping about her in the weirdest ways. And so with Kendrick doing this, I mean, even with something as subtle as somebody dancing in the background, he managed to add another great detail that added to the performance and enhanced the narrative he was trying to push, which I am sure Drake is livid about. And overall, with all the different ways Kendrick humiliated Drake here, which somehow after the Grammys Kendrick was able to make an event that was even worse for him, it just symbolizes once and for all that hip-hop and culture is moving forward from the awful Drake era of music. And with Kendrick's entire set, this is the very reason why Kendrick was by far the best person they could have picked to be at this halftime show, as because of what he did, we are seeing why hip-hop is in such a good place and why things are only about to get a lot better. Because while Kendrick mainly stayed in the present with the songs he was playing, he also kicked things off by showing what may be coming very soon in the future, as of course he played the unreleased snippet that we heard in the GNX trailer before it came out. And I mean, with Kendrick opening up the biggest...
I ain't gonna lie, I didn't know what song that was, but when he was playing it, like in the middle, I was like, damn, this sounds like a good song. Like the album he had, with SZA and everything, I didn't listen to the albums not albums and songs. I didn't listen to the songs on that album too much, because I was just like, I'm not really feeling it. But if this song has it on if he has a different album with this song on it, I'm gonna definitely listen because this song was fire.
performance in music with a song that is unreleased. Well, I think it is telling us that even more new Kendrick music is coming very soon, and he still has a lot more to say about everything going on in hip hop. For the halftime show, it really set a new standard from the very second it was played, as it showed that when an artist who controls their craft and is in their prime is on that stage, it's not about what they have done in the past and how many people can remember what they did years ago, and instead, it's about the experience they can deliver in the moment. And for Kendrick Lamar, from the dancers, transitions, and the songs themselves, there is no other way to say it, but this was the perfect way to cap off what has been one of the greatest chapters in hip hop history. And at the
I
same
ain't gonna lie. See, that's what I'm saying. Like, the NFL was apologizing for Kendrick's remarks. Like, I saw a notification where they were apologizing for Kendrick Lamar's like actions on in the Super Bowl, and I was like saying to myself, like, why would you apologize? Like, this guy took his old music from from the start when he had old hits all the way up to another hit that he's just gonna barely bring out. So he literally went from the past, was the present right now, which is not like us, and then pushed out a snippet of his new song that he's gonna drop too for a new album maybe, you know. But no, there shouldn't be no apology. I mean, like, artists would have done the same thing. I know Tupac would have done the same thing. I mean, I'm not saying like, hey, Tupac wouldn't have done it. I know Biggie would have done it, and I know Pete Diddy would have done it too. But we're not gonna talk about that.
same time as Kendrick is reinventing what this type of performance can look like, as Drake is on the other side of the world looking more pathetic as he is just lazily performing random assortments of hits he had over the years to try and desperately remind people of a time where he was not the biggest joke in hip hop. In so many different ways, this is all so symbolic of the shift we are seeing in rap music in real time, and really the fact that Kendrick called out Drake, and no matter what OVO and everyone else tries to say and cover things up, you can see just how excited the crowd was to yell out lyrics to Not Like Us in real time. I mean, after everything Drake did to try and avoid this moment from happening, it really sounds even funnier and sounds even better than it would have before, especially because of all the crash outs and embarrassing moments Drake has had recently, which were used against him right in this performance to make him look worse than we have ever seen. And I mean, if you're Drake, the fact that you were dissed at the Super Bowl and looked this terrible because Kendrick, Jay, and the NFL did just embrace having Not Like Us played and letting Kendrick perform the genre-altering song at the biggest moment possible, I mean, while Drake and everybody else are going to try and find ways to make this moment sound like it was not as bad for them, regardless of what they say, in reality, there is no coming back from this. Because beyond all the claims Drake tried to make to take away from what this record was doing, as of course in that paperwork that he loved to send out, he said that the popularity of this song was faked. He is once again regretting his words, because we have now seen in real time and at the highest level and stage you could ever possibly see that the record worked and that it truly did make one of the greatest impacts we have ever witnessed in hip-hop history. Because just to have a diss track be played at the Super Bowl, I mean, while Kendrick has normalized this now, if you would have told anybody before this beef that a diss was going to be played on a stage like this, it just sounded impossible. But once again, playing into the theme of this entire show that has defined itself by, Kendrick Lamar has really just been pushing hip-hop forward and showing how the genre should be evolving with the right people taking things forward. And really, when it comes to Kendrick Lamar just evolving the entire halftime show alongside hip hop as an art form and culture, due to the fact that Kendrick drew up an entire new playbook on how to do the biggest show in music. When we look back at this performance, we are going to remember it for how special it was for so many reasons, as instead of getting a highlight reel of what the artist on stage was, we are seeing who the artist is in the very moment, which overall gave us one-of-a-kind memories that we are never going to forget, like Kendrick rapping what is one of the greatest lyrical performances of all time in Euphoria at the Super Bowl, or of course seeing him do Man at the Garden, which was such a powerful moment, and even him doing Peekaboo was so unexpected but exciting.
Oh, yeah.
And I mean, of course, Kendrick did some recent hits from a few years ago, like Humble and DNA, which also sounded amazing and fit right.
See, when he did Peekaboo on the stage, and my bad for even pausing it right there, but when he did Peekaboo on the stage, that right there just made me like think right away that he's gonna play Not Like Us. He's going to play Not Like Us. But further down the line, I just keep losing my train of thought. I don't even know why. I don't know why. Look, so a lot of people in the comment section might be like this, like they might say, "Hey, I thought you said you was a Drake fan. Why are you saying so much good things about Kendrick? Look, I like Kendrick Lamar and Drake at the same time. I like them. No bad blood between both of them. You know, two top artists you like, you know, you got to stay neutral. You can't say, oh, this is one of my favorite, this one of my favorite. Not Like Us was a good song. Now, Meet the Grams, also another good song, you know? I'm not going to hate both of the artists at the same time. Like both of them, I'm going to keep it neutral. I'm not going to say, oh, Kendrick should have not done that. Do what you want to do. You're an artist. Drake does what he wants to do. He's an artist. Now, Drake playing old music and stuff, doing all of that. Get new music, my G. Play Meet the Grams. Play your diss tracks out there. Don't play old songs and try to woo the crowd. It's good like that, but it's not something that you need. You an artist, bro. You're versatile artist. Matter of fact, you know, do something to like the crowd. But it's all good. I said the Super Bowls, not the Super Bowl. The World Cup. Yeah, in the World Cup, we'll see what Drake has to do.
Right into the story and narrative he was using all throughout pretty well, and as Kendrick also performed all of the stars and Luther, we got a preview of just how great the Grand National Tour is going to be, and maybe even got a preview of the fact that Kendrick and SZA have more music on the way, because with the chemistry these two have, and with how amazing SZA's voice is in this setting, they really highlighted that they are one of the best duos we have working in music today. And I mean, from some of Kendrick's biggest recent hits like We Saw, to Seeing SZA, to all of the songs from GNX which were played, and the ending, which seriously was one of the greatest hip-hop and halftime show moments ever, with that run from Not Like Us to TV Off, which just captured every single thing this moment and chapter has been about. Overall, the fact that Kendrick Lamar was able to humiliate Drake, play album tracks that other artists would have never even thought of playing on their tours, and with Samuel L. Jackson and all the times he spoke to the crowd, all together he was able to bridge this show with a narrative which just in the history of all the other halftime shows is something we have never seen, because no artist has ever put this much detail into the entire experience they were creating. Overall, when we look at everything this show is going to represent, we will look back at this as the moment Kendrick just pushed what rap as a medium can do, and he really set a new standard and precedent on what we can see going forward. Because after the entire Drake era of music, where people got so tired of what was going on in hip-hop and music for that matter, because there was too much flash and not enough substance, Kendrick showed what the difference in hip-hop will be with him in control of everything, which is just showcasing that now the little things matter within the art again, and that especially for a genre like hip-hop, where no matter how people have tried to change things, your words matter more than anything else, that we are truly headed back into an era where integrity matters and competition is important. And because these things are at the forefront, and if rappers can replicate even a little bit of what Kendrick did here, MCs will be pushing themselves to make their best material yet. And maybe even we can see somebody get on this stage very soon, because this is the era we are now officially in, as the bar in rap music and what hip-hop can be has been set so much higher than any other rapper ever has before. It's safe to say, with all of this being clear, that this show from Kendrick is not just one of the most important moments in hip-hop history, but it's really one of the best, and it's also one of the best halftime shows we have ever seen. And with all of this happening right now, what is very clear is that we are about to witness a time that is going to be one of the most special eras for hip-hop ever. And so now, with all of this said, let me know, what did you think of Kendrick?
All right, real quick here. I had to go get this guy's feed because Brody was talking a lot, but he was just not getting into what I wanted to know. Because after the NFL gave me that thing, and hold up, before I even talk about my thoughts on this, man, my headphones got screwed up. If I didn't get mad, how the hell did this thing break? That's what I want to know. But look, the NFL was like, oh, we're sorry for the slammer thing that Kendrick Lamar did. And I was just like, bro, what are you guys talking about? Kendrick Lamar did what he had to do, what any artist is going to do. I'm going to play my old songs, and I'm going to play my new songs, and then I'm going to play what I have that's coming out. That some of y'all don't know what's coming out, but this is what it's going to be. He did what needed to be done. Now, did he do something that would top his career? Yes, he did. Now, for Drake on the other side, stop doing lawsuits, come out with a better song, come out with something that's going to hit harder than what Kendrick did. That's what you need to do. I got love for you, baby. Yes, I do. I got love for you and Kendrick, too. Kendrick played it smart, but you need to play it smarter. You need to play it smarter, not doing lawsuits. You can't do lawsuits. If you do lawsuits, it's going to make you look weak. You got to come out with a better song, a better verses, better beats than Kendrick, and make that thing pop. You don't make it pop, bro, then it's just like, why are you doing lawsuits? You're an artist. You can do versatile music. You could, bro. You should drop a whole album on, bro. Not doing disses, but little snips of disses in the album with different like languages, like Spanish, a little drill music, a little bit of West Coast hip hop in it, a little bit of some tough rap of Chicago, something like that, bro. Some Atlanta hit, some I don't even know, Florida or New York. No, New York is drill or Chicago. I don't know which one's which, but a little bit of that, you will see, Drake. Your thing will pop. It will pop, and a little bit of disses here and there with all those that I just named. Your thing will pop. Trust me. Trust me. But all this lawsuing and doing all that, bro, it's just showing you weak, my G. Don't do that. Now let me see what my G has to say, bro, because that ASAP Rocky, you said a lot of good things. This I need to know.
Here's what you gotta know about the Drake lawsuit. For starters, it's not a lawsuit; it's a petition. All right, listen closely. See, Drake is signed to a record label called Republic Records. Kendrick Lamar is signed to a record label called Interscope Records. Both of these record labels are owned by Universal Music Group. Now, what Drake is saying is that Universal Music Group, since it owns both him and Kendrick Lamar's music, favored Kendrick Lamar over Drake during their rap beef. Why? Well, here's where it starts to get wicked. Drake is in contract negotiations with Universal Music Group. Universal Music Group had a problem. Drake made them a lot of money. So now Drake's basically like, you see how much I'm worth, Universal Music Group. For my next contract, I need that. Y'all better give me that money. They said, how much you want? He said, a lot. Now, while all this is going on, the Kendrick and Drake beef thing happened. So Drake says Universal Music Group amplified Kendrick to ruin Drake's career. So then during the contract negotiations, Universal could be like, oh, you're not worth that much now. You look terrible in front of the media. We'll give you this much. And Drake claims they basically did this through botted plays, giving Kendrick Lamar more plays like fake streams through Spotify. He claims that Spotify might be in on this too. Again, to make it look like Kendrick is doing better than he actually is and to make Drake look bad. Now, here's the problem. Remember how I told you this is not a lawsuit? This is a petition? Well, that means Drake doesn't have an insane amount of evidence. What he's basically saying is, courts, tell Universal Music Group to give me the evidence. Because I, Drake, know it happened. I heard it from ex-employees. I saw it on Academic Stream, blah, blah, blah. Tell Universal Music Group to tell me who did it. They don't have to be the ones who did it, but someone in their company did. So who am I suing? Now, Universal Music Group responds to Drake by saying, yo, this ain't got nothing to do with us. If you want to sue somebody, sue Kung Fu Kenny. The fans choose which song becomes popular, and that's actually very important because Universal Music Group is saying, yo, people just like your songs better, broski. Let it go. But the fans fully choosing the music might not be entirely true. Universal Music Group and Spotify are like this. They're locked in. It's been known for a long time that streaming companies favor record label artists. A record label says, yo, push this person out. The streaming company might put them on a few more playlists. Drake understands this, so he's putting Universal Music Group in a tough position because Kendrick Lamar very well might have had his plays increased. But so does every other artist under record labels. Allegedly, it's kind of like massive influencers having some fake followers. You can assume that there's some fake followers, right? But Drake's just claiming Universal Music Group did it excessively for Kendrick to make him look bad. Now, this is a massive risk for Drake. The only way Drake wins is if it comes out that most of Kendrick Lamar's streams were botted. And you have to like Drake again. Because remember, this is about label negotiation. If people say, yo, Kendrick, you botted your streams, not cool. But we're still not listening to you, Drake. Then his record label is going to be like, well, we're not going to pay you. People still don't like you. But it gets worse. Because remember, I said that's if people find out that Kendrick botted his streams. What if Kendrick didn't bot his streams? People are not going to like him.
That's exactly what I was just about to ask. But keep going.
More. So the label's definitely not going to pay him. And two, this is gonna look like a sore loser.
So Drake, you trying to sue because of money? Bro, screw that. Screw that, bro. You trying to sue because of money? Drake, really? You don't care about your music going out there? You trying to sue because of money? Drake. Don't sue because of money. Just come out with a better song. You're a versatile artist. Like I said on the last one, come out with an album with different punchlines of a diss on different sounds of music. I don't care if it takes you a whole year to come out with one good ass album. Excuse my language, I've been trying so hard not to swear. But Drake, do not sue because of money. You will look pathetic even more, bro. The fans do not care about your fancy jewelry and fancy stuff. The ones that do care about that is okay. It's okay. I'm not saying nothing. I'm not saying it's bad to care about that. But some fans do not care about that. Some of them do not, because you can show I bought Tupac's ring, I bought this new car that nobody has. No, bro. We like you because of the music you give out. That's what you need to do. None of these damn petitions or even trying to sue. All that, Drake. Screw all that. Screw all that. That's not gonna work. You will do all that and then what? He'll produce another song and become better than you. And they will still dislike you, Drake. You need to, like I said, listen to my video, bro. Listen to my video because I'm dropping it tonight. But listen to my video. Get an album. I don't care if it's 19 songs, 10 songs, 9 songs. Make it an album. Different songs. Chicago drill music, New York drill music, whatever drill music it is, London or any of that. Make drill music, make Canadian music, make Spanish music, make hip hop and also R&B, and put it all in one album and be dissing Kendrick. That's what's gonna pop because it's gonna be like, oh, we're gonna have to remember you as a versatile artist. Because right now, yes, we hate what was said. We heard what was said in the song. Yes, I'm not gonna be wrong about that. And yes, you might be seeming like you're hate, but the only way to come back, Drake, is to show what type of artist you are. None of these petitions and or if you're doing lawsuits are gonna help you. It's just gonna make you even look more worse. It's gonna make you look weak. But damn, who am I to say? Let's see what you're saying about bro. Let's see.
Loser tactic. You lost the battle. You said, prove I lost. They prove it. It's not a good look. Now, Drake's team is aware that this is going to make him look terrible, so they stress, by the way, we're suing the record label. We're not suing Kendrick Lamar, everybody. Now, I know what some of you may be thinking. Oh, okay, well, it's not too bad. Drake is suing the record label, not exactly Kendrick. Well, it gets worse. Drake and his team also said, well, we're also mad that Universal Music Group allowed Kendrick to release a song talking crazy about me, saying all these terrible things about me, calling me a person who only goes after certain girls. Yes, Drake's argument is basically, that made me look bad. Universal shouldn't have allowed that to happen. This defames me. Now, again, Drake and his team haven't officially stamped this in and filed an official lawsuit because he doesn't have the evidence, but historically, defamation lawsuits saying that person made me look bad, so they basically ruined my life, are really hard to win. So I have no idea why Drake and his team would slide that in. Maybe to tie up Kendrick's songs in a legal dispute so Kendrick can't perform them at the Super Bowl. I have no idea. That's just a complete guess. There's not that much information out now, but when there is more, I'll let you know. All that is known is Drake is suing Universal because he says Universal helped Kendrick defeat Drake so Universal can get a better deal from Drake.
All I can say is why. Hold on for a second. Drake, I know this ain't you, bro. I've been watching you since 2010, bro. This ain't you, bro. You can come out with a killer song, bro. Back to back. Summer 16. 4 p.m. in Calabasas. Come on, bro. God's plan. I'm upset. Come on, bro. This ain't you. You gonna really do a lawsuit, bro? Tell me this ain't true, bro. You ain't gonna do a lawsuit, man. Hold on. Let me turn this down a little. I was a little amped up and mad. But Drake, you're not gonna do a lot of petition. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't make me get yelled at right now, bro. Don't do that. You got me pissed. I'm mad. You can do an album. You can do an album, Drake. You can do an album. And then when you do an album, like I said, make it versatile. We will like you for your music. As you as a person, do not worry about you as a person right now. Yes, you're looking like you big this, some big dog that. Cool. But you doing these petitions and lawsuits, bro, it's just gonna make you look worse. What happens when you bring out your last album for your last career? What happens when you do that after you do all this? We're not gonna look at you anymore the same. We just gonna like your music and move on. That's not good, bro. Forget what Kendrick said about you. If you like little girls, and I hope you don't. But forget what he said. Forget what he said and bring out some music. Bring out some music. Top off him. If this is all about money too, Drake, this is sad. You are, bro. What happened when we saw you was packing money in a safe? Bro was literally packing money in a safe. And you getting mad to sue because they won't give you more money, Drake? Drake, produce more music. You know what happens when someone talks bad about me, Drake? I overlook it and I keep doing what I'm doing. Like the rest of us, Drake. We don't get mad and say we're going to file a lawsuit and do a petition. It's some petty stuff, Drake. It's some petty stuff. Now, yes, Kendrick Lamar did what he had to do on the stage. You can't blame bro. But when you come out and do the World Cup, Drake, you say your own music. You bring out new snippets. You bring out new stuff. And you get us some new music. You bring out your new stuff on the stage, Drake. If you want to play the Meet the Grammys or some diss songs that you did on Kendrick, do that. But don't sign no damn petition. Don't do no damn lawsuit, Drake. Come on. You want to say that you want to be in, but you ain't acting like it. You ain't acting like it, Drake. God, got me pissed. Make me take my speaker and throw it at your head, man. The hell you doing? I'ma chillax. Where my one thing at? Damn the car, man. I was going. Need to relax over here. Got my artist, my favorite artist, finding with another favorite artist, but he going out like a simp. He going out like a simp. What would your Memphis cousins do with Drake? They would come out with some hard stuff. They wouldn't do what you about to do. What you about to do is gonna make you even look more weak. What if you win the case? Okay, you won the case. The song is still out there. The performance and everything was still recorded. It's still out there. There's no point for you to do this. Just come out with harder music and say capiche to the allegations. To the little drama news that he put on his song. Say capiche. Come out with better music. Sneaky Gang, I forgot, man. I was doing a reaction video. I forgot. You know, Drake has been one of my artists. I was listening to him when I was going to basketball practice. Was listening to him when I was trying to go on to different missions outside and traveling with the team and stuff. I was listening to Drake. But for him to do all this, I'll even play Drake songs to try to woo up some women. Yes, I did say what I had to say. Woo up some women. But to see him go out like this ain't it. This ain't it. But Sneaky Gang, new subscribers. Subscribe. Sneaky Gang and new subscribers. Like the video. And comment down below what you think of the reaction and what you think about Kendrick's performance on the halftime show and what you think about Drake trying to do what he's trying to do after the whole thing went down. This has been another successful reaction video. But this is your boy Sneaker West Thigh, and I'm out. We'll talk about what we're gonna talk about with the pranks and social experiments later when we get to them. And also, people been asking other subscribers that know me and stuff, what's happening with the giveaways? I'll get to that very soon. Don't worry, I will get to that very soon. Peace, and I'll see y'all in the next reaction video.
No.